In his first year as principal of Skyline High School in Alabama, Kevin Dukes saw an opportunity to help another school even while his own school was suffering. Due to injuries and other reasons, Skyline's football team had dwindled from approximately 25 to 12 players 3 weeks into the 2010 season. The Vikings lost 72-0 in their third game of the year, so Dukes shut down the program for the safety of the students. Many were 7th and 8th graders playing against older high school players. The school left with forfeiture fees of more than $12,000. Soon after, Dukes heard about a fire that destroyed the football fieldhouse at Central Hayneville High School. Skyline and Central are 4 hours apart and have little in common other than misfortune and identical green and white school colors. The fire took place September 28th. Central had a game scheduled for October 1st, but it lost its uniforms and equipment in the fire. Several schools provided help, but it was Dukes who drove down to Montgomery to give them Skyline's uniforms. Said Central Athletic Director Toriano Baker, "I am still in shock. He didn't know me or our players, but he cares about them. He and others who stepped forward have taught us all a valuable lesson about kindness." The University at Albany men's basketball team was supposed to fly to Cincinnati for a big game against Xavier on the 28th of December, but because of a Christmas blizzard, they had to charter a bus instead. Then the Great Danes coach Will Brown got an unusual request from Xavier. Xavier's two best players, Mark Lyons and Tu Holloway, are from New York, and they were also stranded. Brown was asked if the Xavier players could ride on the Albany bus. It turned out that Holloway couldn't even make it to Albany, but Lyons did, and he was welcomed as a friend. Albany had won 6 of its last 7 games, and had Lyons remained stuck in New York,
And there's Will Brown in his 10th season.
Great Danes might have had the chance to win one of the biggest games in school history. Instead, Lyons took the 12-hour bus ride with the Albany team and even joined them for a meal and a movie. He ended up scoring a game-high 18 points, and Xavier won 88-64. But Albany and their coach Will Brown should be commended for doing the right thing. The Roncalli High School softball team is a powerhouse in Indianapolis.
Pitcher number 24, Kendra Lynch.
They hadn't lost a game in 2.5 years when they were scheduled to play Marshall. Marshall is a middle school that moved up to include grades 6 through 12, and they were playing in their first ever softball game. After just an inning and a half, it was clear that Marshall was overwhelmed. But rather than winning by a landslide, Roncalli decided to forfeit the game, sacrificing their winning streak to spend time teaching Marshall to get better. The Roncalli coach, Jeff Traylor, even asked his team's parents to donate used equipment and money to help Marshall. Marshall didn't win a game, but they did lead 3 times, and they extended their season to play in an AAU Summer League. It was all thanks in part to Roncalli, demonstrating the true spirit of sportsmanship.